Let's get it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Sunday Check-In. This week, y'all, wow. This week has been one for the record books. A lot of stuff has happened. And to be honest, this has been a very challenging week for me. I haven't felt very creative. I haven't felt very inspired. And quite frankly, I've been questioning my own existence and my own place in this world and everybody's intentions in it. It's not been a good week, y'all. But these weeks happen. We did have Star Wars Day. I love Star Wars. Despite its best efforts sometimes, Star Wars always seems to give me at least a little bit of life. I'm rocking my Millennium Falcon shirt today. But you know, we took a lot of L's this week. We really took a lot of L's this week. This whole business with Ahmaud Arbery, it hit me hard. You know, as it always does. I'm hurt. Sad, I'm angry, I'm disgusted, I'm over it. The video is just being shared all over the place, and it, you know, that's always hard to watch because you're not just watching. I mean, you're watching a murder, one, which is already horrifying, but you're not just watching a murder. You're not just watching somebody be killed. You're watching a lynching. I mean, let's call it what it is. And that's really hard. And I don't have too much to say about that, but I do want to impress a couple of things. For folks who really want to do right, they really want to see justice. And one of the ways they do that is to share the hashtags, participate in the runs, you know, throw the name out there, and they, you know, with all of these posts that are like, say his name, say their name, don't forget their name, which I feel you on that. I feel you, and I appreciate that. However, I've said this before and I will say it again. If you make a post about say his name, hashtag say his name, don't forget his name, please take the time to make sure you spelled his name correctly. I've seen way too many posts out there where people will say, yeah, use this hashtag, right? Yeah, don't forget his name, say his name, and then misspell his name in the post. Or they reshare somebody else's post with the name misspelled. And I'm like, y'all just look ignorant when you do that. Please do not do that. If you see a post that you really like, but the name is misspelled, don't repost that. Don't repost that. Make your own post that's similar, that gets across the same point, and make sure you take the time to spell it correctly and know what you're actually advocating for, because you just look ignorant and you're hurting people, actually. You're hurting the cause. So that's number one. The second thing I'll say is I've seen a couple posts out there where people are talking about justice, and we've seen a couple of arrests made finally, right? But I've seen people post about these arrests and they say, oh, thank God, we finally got justice. Whew. And I want to impress upon you that the arrest is not justice, okay? We still need to take them to trial. We need to get it a conviction. Then we can start talking about justice. But a simple arrest is nowhere close to justice. I'll leave it at that. We also lost Little Richard this week, and I think everybody knows how much of a loss that is, how big of an impact he had on our culture, on music. So I don't have too much to say about that hasn't already been said, but what I will throw out there in maybe a slightly different way, Little Richard was a butterfly. He was a gorgeous human being with many different patterns, many different colors. But also when you think about a butterfly in terms of the butterfly effect, this person created chaos in the most beautiful and significant way. Created chaos in such a manner that it shook up and changed everything forever. And you only need to do a quick Google search to understand that that is true. Rest in power, Little Richard. Thank you. Okay, enough of the L's, let's talk about W's. Here's some of the things giving me life this week. Having a clean, organized space can do wonders for you. You might not even realize just how big of an impact it can have. For me, it's extremely important because I found that a clean space feeds my creativity, whereas a dirty space hinders and stifles it. I've been spending some time reorganizing, purging, dusting. Y'all, dusting don't get the respect it deserves. We need to respect dusting. It could save your life, it could save your pet's life. Everybody getting saved if you just dust every once in a while. Get your spring cleaning done now. So this one kind of happened unintentionally, but I spent some time revisiting things from my past, things from my childhood that gave me life in the moment. So one of those things is this movie called My Summer Story. This is the official sequel to A Christmas Story. None of the cast is the same. They're all different, but it stars Kieran Culkin and I think even a smaller Culkin. I had no idea there were so many Culkins floating around. And there's a lot of stuff in it that I can relate to. There's themes of bullying, there's fishing, there's, games with your friends. I remember watching it on TV and I kind of fell in love with it, but then have not seen it since I was super, super young. The other thing that I revisited this week that I used to play a lot of back in high school and college is this. Boom! Guitar Hero, baby! Yeah, I plugged in my old Xbox, I popped this bad boy in, and guess what? I still got it! Who wanna challenge me to Guitar Hero right now? Let's go! I will smack that! I will smack that! Don't play with me! Guitar Hero, for those who couldn't actually play an instrument but wanted to look cool. It's getting hot out, y'all, which means we need to switch up how we live in. That means fans, air conditioners if you got them, and it means sweet, delicious treats, both hot and iced. Boom, I present to you a strawberry rhubarb muffin, house made by the fantastic Fantasia Oslin herself. Big shout out. And I'm gonna go ahead and compliment this today with my favorite beverage of quarantine, some whipped coffee. Let's get it. Okay, so the whipped coffee is super, super simple to make, especially if you have the right tools. The first thing you need is instant coffee mix. I use the Starbucks brand just because it's already got sugar in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and some hot water. Mix it up. Now it's better if you have a hand mixer, it's easier. And you'll do this for, I don't know, probably like 8 minutes. So you can see it's already starting to whip up really nicely. Look at that nice color. Okay, let's check it out. And what you're really looking for is those stiff peaks like that. Look at that. That's pretty good. We use whole milk in this household for this beverage. We're about 2/3 full. Ooh, it's a little full. That's okay. That's okay. My God. And there you have it. Whipped coffee, strawberry rhubarb muffin. Always use a coaster. And enjoy. Oh yeah. Foamy. That's it for this week's check-in, y'all. Thank you once again for joining me. I really appreciate it. Come back next Sunday. We'll do it all over again. In the meantime, as always, let me know in the comments what is giving you life this week, particularly this week since it's been hard on, I'm sure, everybody. And also, what were your favorite games or toys that you had growing up? And as always, of course, lead with love, lead with patience. We'll make it through. Peace.